Hey Rich, how's it going? You are first. Should just be a nice and easy one for Sunday morning. I think. Oh, nice. This is the same course they were racing on last night. Looked interesting. Something Leuven, Flanders. There, we just passed the sign. LU or LEU, yeah. Oh, that's cool. Looked interesting, like it's not a long course, but it was had some punchy hills. You know, the elevation gain only says 136, so you think, wow, that's not bad, but those guys were pushing hard last night. This bot is drafting me. got some. Hey Brian, how's it going? Some bots to ride with at least. They're not dropping me. Doing a little sort of endurance recovery workout today. What the system is telling me. Yes. Yeah, I was watching it last night live in action, and we kind of recapped after on Hardclaw's channel. I think Barney made some classic first time RGT pro Zwifter errors. But yeah, seemed very, very, very short. This is the same course here. A 15K, like I think after the fact, he said he probably should have just sat in and sprinted at the end and covered brakes. Hardclaws has a sprint, man. That guy, he's got a sprint. Yeah, through and through. He's a pull me to the line so I can sprint. Yeah. Sprinting is kind of like you either have it or you don't. There we go. There we go. That's back down. The graph totally was not synced at all. Well, in that all-out last 200-meter sprint, it's not something people, you come across in real life riding. So there's not many people that actually go out and train that. I think if you do a sprint untrained and it's over 1200 or 1300 watts, then you can kind of think, well, maybe I should train this. Oh, yeah, watts is for sure. That's a whole different beast. Because he's like purely track cyclist. You did a 1 minute test a few weeks ago, and his average was 9:30 for a minute. You totally did, you missed it. About 10 chats back. Brian says, same with Spoon. Some people have that snap. There you go. There's our last night. Barney and Hardclaws raced the same course there, Spoon. We saw poor old Barney succumb to his Zwiftness. I would say the same thing. RGT is better for racing. Zwift's better for group rides and just riding around. Yeah, Barney was leading the charge. Well, I think that was a problem. I told him that last little hill climb, I said, accelerate over the top because you accelerate really fast on the downhill. And he kind of went, but his sprint, he only hit about 900 watts. But the other guys were a pack of 3 drafting each other, doing 13 watts per kg. And they just flew past him, and he was like, what the heck? What the heck? And I was like, well, dude, you were doing like 8 watts per kg, and they were doing 13. Hey, Rich, you need to look up Watt's wheelhouse. Guys who can naturally sprint at that level, they all look like it's easy. Watts? This is like Watts' 2,000 watt sprint. He's like, okay, interval coming up. And he's like, I'm so tired. That was like 2,100 watts. And then he rests for like 5 minutes, and he's like, okay, guys, another sprint. Like, oh, geez, I only hit 1990 that time, guys. Like, you watch him, his bike doesn't move, like, at all. Like, if I sprint, I start ramming against my desk, my lights go flying. He just, like, stands up, and all of a sudden you look at the numbers and you're like, holy fuck! High cadence all messed up my I hit 600 frickin' watts just spinning it out. Well, that's the thing too, is when you watch Watts, when he's doing sprint intervals, he takes like 10 minutes between intervals. Yeah, you were riding with him yesterday? Yeah, he probably is. Well, it's funny you say that, Brian, too, because that's what Watts says. Every little like crit race he does, he's like, if only this group pushed the pace, he's like, I wouldn't be able to hold on. Stupid Watts. Like, he's all small too, and you can't draft him in real life. It was like the Canadian Championships, where you know those three dudes were attacking Thrall. Pretty sure Watts is like 5'6". Like Osborne, Ryan Bird. Yeah, Osborne, Bird, and then for a while Samuel were just taking turns going off the front. Because Thrall has a decent sprint. Let's look it up on Zwift Power. Zwift Power. Log in. Log in. All right, let's look up. Well. Phone. Doing this on the phone sucks. I could be wrong. Zwift Power hates. Well, and the thing too is with Barney's race last night, half the race was like NZ bro dudes. Like those NZ bro guys. It's like all they races in RGT. They totally knew what they were doing. Oh. Oh my gosh. no, it's in my earbuds. I don't think there is. There will be after today. Chris Watts is 170 centimeters. There we go. Use up all your damn points. Not as startling anymore when you've done it 15 times. I'm good. Yeah, you're always my one viewer. Thanks, Doc. I appreciate it.
Take off, you old.
So Watts is like 5'7". Pretty much it. Take off all your hosers. What am I doing for points here? Ah. Almost. I think he's also something around 83 kilograms as well. So... Did you do long rides yesterday, Doc? Like outdoors? Oh, I actually caught someone in real life. Real life rider. Whoa. That's serious. That was a good ride. Jeez. 3.5 hours. Yikes. That's crazy. That is some power for that long. Like I can't pull anymore. It's all you. Yeah. Unlike, yeah, exactly. Graph is going crazy. Needs to pick a size and stick with it. It seems like it on stream. That's like some beastie ass watch though. Holy shit. The last 3 workouts I've done is just whatever Xert says to do. Had yellow stars the last couple days, so it's been giving me these kind of workouts. This is more like a sweet spot workout. Well, even this, like, this is, I'm in yellow stars, and this is technically would be a sweet spot workout for me. I guess sweet spot is below threshold, so anything below threshold, they still count as endurance. But yeah. But since ZRL, it's tough. You can't really follow along when you're racing twice a week. So now that ZRL is over, hey, Coded On, I've just been doing whatever workout it says. Yeah. So I wake up, and if I go for a ride, I go, well, this is what it says to do. Probably knows better than I do. Oh, it's going good. Sort of a relaxing Sunday morning ride in Leuven, Flanders. totally. The robot knows best. Little rest right here, and one more block. Yeah. Well, I think what the projection usually goes by is the riding that you should be doing. You're like, screw you, I'm gonna do Alp every day. Yeah, like the projection is like, if you do what we say for the next 6 weeks. In general, if your fitness signature is up to date, I found it extremely accurate. Yeah, oh yeah. I think that's what I'm doing this ride today. I was like 51 points short for my weekly goal. And so this workout was supposed to be 60 something points. And I'm yellow, so it's like, here, do this. Yeah, I had, oh, it was about 4 years ago. I had some power meter glitches, and I thought I was becoming this heroic cycling beast, because like every race, my FTP was going up. And I was crushing my personal records, like every crit. And I thought, well, you know, I've been working hard. These numbers seem realistic. And then they kept on going into the unrealistic territory. And then I was like, if I was really doing these numbers, I should be winning the crits. Like I was comparing my average power versus like everyone else in the race. And I'm like, I'm barely holding on. I should be winning. And then I realized there was like an issue with my power meter. So the problem with that is I had to scrub all of those activities from my history, because even though it was like 4 years ago, intervals and everything were using those numbers as like your personal best. Like, it's like it's like the time there used to be a mountain bike race in Squamish. Yeah, well, that's the thing, is if you do a workout based on your FTP and you fail right off the bat, you're like, yeah, this is wrong. Yeah, there's a mountain bike race in Squamish called the Test of Metal. It's like 64 kilometers, tons of climbing. And me and my buddies used to do it year after year after year. And one year, I got like second overall on a Strava segment. And this is a race that attracted, you know, pros. And I'm like, weird. So I looked at the profile, and it was a downhill profile. And I'm like, well, I'm pretty aggressive on the downhills on my mountain bike. So I'm like, those numbers seem correct. Like, I could do those numbers on that section. And then it was like 4 years after the race. I was looking over my numbers again and going, oh yeah, that's cool. I was second on that. And I looked at the date and went, wait a second. That was the year I broke my chain. And they carried me out on the back of an ATV. And I still had my Garmin going. And I totally claimed second place on a Strava segment, like while I was being driven on an ATV. Which makes me think the guy who was first, he was going really fast. Well, yeah, I totally was that guy. But like I say, you look at the numbers and it was like 34 kilometers an hour on a logging road downhill. So I'm thinking, I can totally do 34 kilometers an hour on a downhill logging road. So I did remove myself from the leaderboard. I flagged my own ride. It's not as bad as all the mountain bikers getting all the road segments, because the guy takes his iPhone, turns on Strava, rides his mountain bike, then gets in his car and drives home. And then all of a sudden it's like every road segment on his way home, he's KOMing. It's those guys where I think, don't they actually look at their Strava? Like, they went for a 10K mountain bike ride. Oh, I used to just scour Strava segments in my area, like flagging people's rides. But it's like, if you go on a mountain bike ride and you get home and you look at all of your Strava rides and it says 45 kilometers, 37 kilometers, and you're like, dude, our mountain bike ride was 10. Like, don't they like, they don't care, and they don't crop their own ride. So when a mountain biker in my area says, oh, I rode like 4,000 kilometers last year, I'm like, no, you didn't. You rode like 1,250. Well, yeah, there's the guys that do that as well. I know a few of the guys at Zwift record, like if you dual record. But the one activity just has time and power, and the other activity actually has distance. Because when I dual record, I'm not recording like any GPS stuff. Yeah, exactly. I actually unlinked most of actually all of my devices from Strava. And I've just been using Intervals, Garmin Connect, and Xert. Yeah. Yeah, you're kudoing both rides. Yes. Yes, Brian. I've been back on the MyFitnessPal, and I've been having to manually enter my calories from RGT rides. So Zwift will import to Garmin no problem, but RGT not yet. A Leomo, I don't think I've ever even heard of that. All right. You can tell you're fatigued when you start the ride and you're thinking, it's only an hour, just an easy hour. The last 10 minutes, you're like, okay, please end this. Well, I noticed what Garmin doesn't like. See, Strava doesn't care. Strava's a hub. But Garmin does not like taking third-party data and pushing it somewhere else. Because I mean, I understand it's probably a privacy thing, but I mean, if you opt in that you want it to go there, it should go there. But Garmin Connect is also free. That is a very good question. Very good question, Rich. I've been pretty happy so far with the Hammerhead Karoo 2. Been pretty rock solid. Probably the first head unit that I would take outside over my Garmin in some situations. Oh, is it? So that's my Hammerhead Karoo 1. That was a Kickstarter thing. Check that out. Oh, I think I saw this. I saw this and I was like, it looks super cool, but I didn't need any more head units. Yeah, so I was like an original Kickstarter backer for the Karoo 1. Like I paid and you didn't get it for like 9 months. And then the Karoo 1 just, it's funny. It was missing some stuff that you get accustomed to using on the Garmin all the time. So it was like close. And it was also massive. So all I really ever did with the Karoo was use it to run Xert and run workouts. But back in December, they had a trade-in program where they were gonna give me more money than I paid for the Karoo 1 to upgrade to a Karoo 2. So I had the Karoo 1 for what, 3 years? Kind of like Xert and Zwift, or not Xert, RGT and Zwift. Yeah, the Karoo is just Android. Yeah, the Hammerhead. If you're having to do navigation, it can't be beat for navigating on rides. The screen is just freaking amazing. It's so easy to read. Yes, I actually thought that Zwift was gonna buy Xert. I thought it was totally, because I know the CEO of Zwift uses Xert, and I thought Xert's a small enough company. But then reading the articles, it was saying like the Zwift CEO, you know, was in the same hometown for meetings as the Trainer Road office. So it's probably going to be Trainer Road. See, Xert has a steep learning curve. Well, yeah, it's not too difficult though, because I would say that 90% of the people on Zwift use Zwift training plans. So you would use on Zwift, you would use a dumbed down version of Xert. You're not digging in to HIE, MPA, and all that junk. You would log into Zwift, you would pick a training plan, and it would say, here's what you should do today. Simple. Like, and that's probably what 95% of Zwifters do. They just pick a Zwift training plan. So on the back end, it would calculate all your breakthroughs, and then it would say, hey, you haven't had a breakthrough in a while. Like, do this workout, and it would give you a ramp test. Yeah, there's like the deep dive, but you could totally make it dumb. Like, hey, here's what you need to do. Log in and do this ride. Well, I think, Brian, that's exactly it. That's more of what Zwift is after, is the AI portion of. Peter, no, don't. Don't just pick a workout. The biggest problem with Zwift training plans is they're too short. They're very good for short-term gains because you bust out a 6-week FTP builder. Well, of course you're going to make gains in 6 weeks. But if you look at Trainer Road and all the other ones, Xert, it's like a 4-month plan. It's like, oh, okay, we're gonna run you through 2 months of build base phase. Hour 15 yet. I don't know if this will show up because it's too bright, but it's too bright. Too much light everywhere. Oh, no, too bright. Maybe if I did this. No, still too bright. Yeah, well, that's exactly like Xert. It's like two months of base, 2 months of build. There's like 4 steps to it. You're only doing super hard intervals the last month. I don't even know how to like do half the stuff. Oh, here we go. Oh, here, let's turn this light off. That's like the Xert app running on. Let's change this. Let's do this here. That was like your Xert workout running directly off of the Karoo. Well, and because it's Android, it's built in. So it's kind of funny. So Peloton, Brian, for IRL streaming, that chat program, that chat app that I mentioned, Peloton sideloaded it and runs it off of the Karoo. So he's out and about using like one head unit and having his like text to speech and all that. So if that Leomo is Android as well, there is some sideload options that you could probably do with it. I'm not sure if it records the ride at the same time. I'm pretty sure it does, and it runs the chat app in the background. So he's got his earbuds connected to this. See, like I usually have my phone, like I usually have my phone with the text app on the phone. But if you could just ride with the head unit, giving you all of your IRL text to speech. Yeah, this has a SIM slot as well. So you could offload, but that would be another SIM card though. I don't. Camera didn't turn off this time when I turned the fan off. Well, who else is on, you guys? Also, Brian, if you do IRL streaming, make sure you turn off all of your sound redeems, because having that stupid air horn go off as you're riding down the road is gonna make you crash. Yeah, let's go say hi to Felty. Well, thanks everybody. Yeah. I just have like some stupid air horn sound that I would have to turn off because it's like ridiculous. Everyone have an awesome Sunday or I guess it's Sunday evening for you, Rich, or is it Monday?